black.
I'm a beast.
Hi guys, and we're back with another episode of Black and
The Taco Man. Because this good in the motherfucker. What's going on, y'all? What's poppin'? What's going on, Black?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing. I ain't gonna say if it's well or not. I'll find out after this podcast.
Okay.
What are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about loss, aversions,
Mm-hmm.
and aversions in general.
Yeah. Read that to us, DJ.
The topic or the definition?
Topic.
So, our topic today, we're discussing aversions, specifically risk and loss aversions. Basically, we believe that it's a deeper reason of people avoiding making their payments for services, as well as making general decisions in life. And essentially, we're trying to see if we can equate that to the aversion of loss and the aversion to risk as well.
A lot of them just found out what that was.
Right. I ain't gonna cap behind the camera. When y'all gave me what y'all wanted to talk about, I had to go do my own research.
Because there's always a terminology for something. You can't put the words into play, but there's always some type of.
I wouldn't have thought it was a psychology behind it though.
Really?
You know.
Why not?
Because when I was asking you what is that about people that can make them do that, I didn't know what the word was. Are they getting over? They manipulative, but they're under some type of psychological normalcy at that point. This is something that normal people do. And they may not even be aware from reading, the description, definition of it. They may not even be aware that that's something.
It's a thing
that they're doing.
Because I'm gonna say until y'all gave me this, like if I go to the casino, I got a $50 minimum. Maximum. After $50, if I lose it all, I'm not, because I have an aversion to risk. I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose.
You don't want to lose.
No.
You didn't go there to lose. You went there.
And $50 is as much I'm willing to lose that I won't be hurt by. But if I lose 100, I'm gonna cry.
But see,
like for real,
with what we're talking about, you're going for something. You're going for a service or good. You're going to buy something. You're offensive. Oh, now you're not buying the service, but you're exchanging for the service. Mm-hmm. You're aware of that.
If I come to you, I'm paying for the service that you provide.
Yes. And you're aware of that on your way to me because you want something from me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how you forgot? What was that in between there? What creates that condition now? Do I make you comfortable enough to not care if I get it or not? Do I make you comfortable enough to not be concerned enough to pay for your exchange?
Yeah.
You don't
go to the line at Chick-fil-A and be like, I'll pay y'all later for this chicken sandwich.
And see, that's where my fight is. My fight is exactly what she just said. When you go to Chick-fil-A, when you go to Perry Steakhouse, Bob's Steakhouse, when you go to the mall, in the back of your mind, I'm finna spend some money. Mm-hmm. But like I was saying yesterday when we were talking, it's an intangible thing. Think about it like this. You don't forget to pay your car note. All right? Hear me out. I'm going somewhere. You don't forget to pay your car note because that's something that you have to do to get around. That's something that you need to get around every day. Mm-hmm. All right? To go to wherever you need to go. You don't forget to go to work. You want to know why you don't forget to go to work? Because you get paid. I'm going to keep it 100 with y'all today. For real. You don't forget to pay your house note, your rent, or whatever the case may be. You want to know why? Because that's the roof over your head and your motherfucking ass don't want to be homeless. All right? But you'll forget to pay your barber. You'll forget to pay your homegirl, your homeboy back. You'll forget to pay your trainer. You'll forget to pay your loctician. You'll forget to pay all of these small things that you make a big thing. Peep this. You ain't gonna forget to pay them Chinese folks, and no offense to the Chinese folks at all. And what I'm talking about is a nail person. Want to know why you ain't gonna forget to pay them? Because they're gonna call the police on your motherfucking ass if you do. It's the finesse part that I don't like. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if you don't know what finessing is getting over. You ain't, man, let me keep it a buck. You ain't trying to get over on the white folks. Wanna know why? Because they gonna put your ass deep up under the jail just for trying to get over on them for $5. You ain't gonna finesse the Asian people because they gonna call police on your ass. You only finesse your kind. You wanna know why? Because that's the one that you feel like you can get over on. And they ain't gonna do nothing, or they gonna let you slide, or this or that. That's why you do it. The consequence is lesser. I wouldn't be tripping, and I know this is gonna sound crazy to a lot of people. I wouldn't be tripping, sis, if we as black people was finessing other races. I wouldn't even be tripping. It's the same, exactly. It's the same concept, even with the police brutality thing. Police brutality just don't go from white police officers to black people. It's more black police officers doing stuff to black folks than anything. But we don't want to talk about that. It's the thing that is us. It's the selfishness, the inconsiderateness of it. It's different. It's just different at the end of the day. People.
It's the mentality around it. You think it's okay, and it's okay. Why? Because it became what, a normalcy. They made it okay in their life because it's not everybody. I don't do it. You know, I can't recall doing it. If I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. I know I'm coming to provide something for myself.
Right.
So I don't think it's everybody that does it, but it's people that do it, and I guess we will have to find one.
And I got grace.
What is that?
I got grace. If you forgot one time,
sure,
I got grace. I ain't no fool.
But
if I'm reminding you every time, then that's you, bro. And then you get offended. You got the nerve and the audacity. This is the shit that I hate about us all together. You got the fucking nerve and audacity to get an attitude or angry or mad at me for wanting something that you owe me. It's not like you see, you can see where I'm going with that. It's a defense mechanism when you owe me. I provided whatever it is that you wanted me to provide, whether that was in this facility or whatever, we was in the street, whatever the case may be. I provided what you wanted me to provide. And then you have the audacity when I asked you about it. You want to know why people don't like reminding people about something? It's because they are non-confrontational and they don't want to deal with the confrontation of this person getting slick. But in your mind, you got to start thinking about, I don't really give a fuck if they get slick, because at the end of the day, this is what the fuck you owe me.
Because the exchange of emotion will be them getting caught. It won't be you asking for your money back. It's just, oh shit, you see me.
But these are the same. But these are the same people. These are the same people that I guarantee you. Let me tell y'all something, man. It used to be an old saying that pay attention to the motherfuckers that's talking the loudest.
Yeah.
Them same motherfuckers that's out here talking about, I got this, I got that, I got this, I got that. The same motherfuckers that's probably forgetting to pay somebody. I guarantee you. And then when you talk to them, oh, I ain't forgetting. I got it. It ain't. What you on the defense for?
Like I ain't got it.
You acting like you ain't. I'm not acting like you ain't got it. I ain't counting your pockets. I'm just asking you to pay what you owe. Pay what you owe. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you on the defense. You got a whole attitude out here because I'm reminding you about something you supposed to do. You get attitude with TXU? You get attitude with Spectrum? Because that bill coming all the time. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? But you want to know why? Because it's a tangible thing. You see it. and you know that's your life with it. You know you can't live without it, whether that's your car, whether that's your house, whatever the case may be.
But if it was the other way around, if you can not pay me as often as I cannot do your hair, then we can be even. You wouldn't come back to me, and I wouldn't be a stylist no more. Period. If you came to me and I didn't do your hair, you just showed up for your appointment, I'm not available to do your hair. I got 1 or 2 times to do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's how many times you got for me to have to charge me down.
And you know what I've learned about life is sometimes a lot of people don't agree with this, but sometimes you got to give people the same energy they giving you. I told all my clients one day, I said, one day I'm going to come, y'all going to schedule me and I'm not going to be here on purpose.
Treat them like they
to show you what you do to me.
Yeah.
You doing it. Mm-hmm. It's cool when you do it. It's a problem when I do it. Mm-hmm. No, let's keep this shit even. Let you waste $3.50, 60 cents, 70 cents worth of motherfucking gas coming up here.
For nothing.
For me to not be here. And see how you feel then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't get it as much with money. My clients definitely play, but you will play with my time. Oh shit.
But my time is more valuable than my money.
Oh gosh. I would rather you ask me for a deal than you to play with my time. Because once you late, I can get you in and out in no time. That ain't nothing to me.
Right.
But now that you done blocked that space and I can't put nobody else there.
So you got me for my time and my money. Because that's a double whammy.
So now I can't trust you with my money. Because I can't trust you with my time.
Right, absolutely.
So my late policy is like that. They know they finna hear from me 5 minutes after, like, hey, you got 5 minutes to be in this chair. And that's just that. That's that. And then I'm gonna go to the next person immediately. Because I can't trust you. You're not here. Mm-hmm. You ain't said nothing. You ain't said, hey, it's a train. It's something. I'm coming down the street. Because then I can adjust and say, okay, well, let me get this person started.
Right.
So I can move around. Because you don't care about my time. And because you don't care about my time, you're going to make me lose some money. So you can keep on going. You should just keep on going on. And then I'm going to still put somebody in that space. Because now I have the time to do it. Right. Instead of waiting on you for a text message or call I haven't got. Yeah, if I can't trust you, I'm going to treat you that way. It's just that.
Aversions, people, we talking about it. So when I think about... So we got the definition of what, DJ?
Of aversion.
Loss, aversion.
Loss. All right. Mm-hmm. So, because we can flip this thing 1,000 different ways. Yeah. It's not just about business. This is a relationship. A lot of motherfuckers out here finessing their partners, low key. Like, no, it ain't even low key.
See, not everybody will operate out of. Look, I was thinking of that when you was talking about it earlier. Not everybody operate out of love. A lot of people are operating out of survival or out of homelessness or whatever. They in relationships for different reasons. People are in relationships for different reasons.
Okay, but tell that partner.
And in friendships.
Tell that partner that. Absolutely. Tell that partner that. Tell that friend that.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
The reason.
It's okay if that's the way you live. If you surviving, that's okay. That's the same way with business. If you surviving, I'm an entrepreneur for a reason. I own my own business for a reason. If you tell me that you're in a tight, allow me to let me have the opportunity to bless you. Mm-hmm. But if you just try to hold me and then at the last minute and I'm hitting you up and now you like, oh, then no, I don't want to help you. Mm-hmm. And I don't give a fuck how you feel. Mm-hmm. But if you tell me that ahead of time, you don't know what a person's willing to do if you talk to them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's the same thing in a relationship. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Especially if they was a good client or, you don't know.
You don't know. It could be a situation you can handle.
It could have been a situation that's not a problem.
Conversation, you don't
know. And that's where I'm going with the aversion part of it, is that's the part maybe in the definition that we don't see. It's everything starts and ends with the communication, and it's ending with the accountability.
Yeah, absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying? So if you communicate with me, then we don't never get to accountability. Mm-hmm. We only get to accountability when you don't communicate. So you force me to hold you accountable. And then at the end of the day, now we doing this, but this could have been avoided.
We could be in agreement.
Communication.
We could be cool with this. And you just told me what we're doing.
Yeah. And that goes back to pride and ego. Mm-hmm. I was talking about this earlier this week. Pride and ego I'm realizing, and this is just my experience, I am starting to realize that there are more women than I thought that have that issue.
With what?
Pride and ego.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize it. I thought that was a man thing. You know what I mean? I really did. I didn't realize how it was a pride and ego. I've always heard it with a man. Never heard it with women. Never heard of it.
We just wasn't possessive.
I just will say that.
Okay, we can get into
Yeah, I didn't know. But I didn't, in my business, because my business 85% women, I started learning like, oh, you motherfuckers got pride and ego issues. I see.
Mm-hmm.
I see. I never looked at it. I never thought about it. And then I was like, oh, this is pride, ego, possessiveness,
Mm-hmm.
all of that. And I was like, Dion, I see why you wouldn't be in relationships right now. You see too many things
Mm-hmm.
in the woman feces, species. But that's either way. At the end of the day, the pride and ego is a part of that. So pride and ego stopped you from communicating.
Mm-hmm.
And then the communication doesn't get done. So now you're forced to be held accountable.
Mm-hmm.
3 things: pride and ego, communication, accountability. Accountability never gets touched if you communicate.
Mm-hmm.
But in order for you to communicate, you got to let your pride and ego go.
Mm-hmm.
You see how all of those line up?
I do.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
Those characteristics or even those qualities, just things we're supposed to have known to be an adult. Accountability,
True.
Comprehension,
True.
Financial literacy,
True.
All this emotional intelligence. These are normal things we're supposed to know as adults to be an adult,
right?
And we don't.
Yeah, we don't.
Mm-hmm. It's like a lot of little kids out here playing life,
right? And get very offensive and are very offended very quickly.
Yeah, because it's real life. You playing with real people's feelings, and not everybody's operating in the same space as you. And that's a way you can hurt someone, take advantage of someone.
Do you
I'm
think?
a good ass person.
Yeah,
people
absolutely.
fumble me all the time.
Yeah.
And
why?
I don't know.
Do you think it's out of selfishness?
I was asking, is it something I allow? What make you think it's possible? You can't. Because I couldn't do it to you because you never showed me I could. You get what I'm saying? You never showed me I could, so I wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
But at the point that I done showed you something, you said, I can do this. So is it me loving you and you? Is it because we're cool? Is it because I'm kind? Is it because what? And I would need to know that for somebody on the outside to tell me, what is it about me, you, that makes me feel comfortable to do this? Somebody would have to make me comfortable enough to do that. Like, how do you know when you can ask somebody for help?
When you feel like they can help you.
Yeah. So how
so
do you fuck somebody over?
I know it. That's what
did I fuck you over somewhere? Do you feel as though I did? So you can do it to me?
Never thought about it like that.
That's what I would wonder, because it ain't no one or two times. It's happening in multiple cities. I find a certain type of person that's like that, and they get really close to me.
So is it safe to say that you might attract needy motherfuckers?
Or something?
Yeah, could be. But and see, attract is such a hard word to use in that position, because I don't think good people attract vultures. I think vultures smell out good people.
Don't honey attract bees, flies, everything else, right?
But they're coming to you. You're not going to them. That's why I say they're attracted.
Because I'm the honey.
I know, but what I'm saying is that you're not attracting them. They're attracted to you. They're coming to you.
Yes. So how do I know? Like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna be the fucking honey, how do I poison the fucking bees? You know what I'm saying? How can I stop that? What am I doing to you? Make you do it.
Man, y'all got to ask that question. Ask that question.
I don't think you can stop it.
See, and it turns you off, because these people, it's not everybody. But then when you get those sprinkle of those weird ass people, it makes you not want to deal with people.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm good with people. I
Yeah.
love the fuck out of people. But that makes you just not more friends or people close to you because it's like, who is it? You never know who it's going to be.
I get what you're saying. I don't. Yeah, that is true.
Shit, because honestly, I would get fucked over more from a best friend than I would my clients. Get messed over with my family more.
Are you creating the same boundaries with the best friend that you create with the clients, though?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because that's a thing too.
I think I have an open field. No, I think
Thank you.
it's more inviting or something.
Thank you.
What is it?
You don't. You have the first time a client does something that's that red flag, that let's say they're late or something, it's an immediate text, immediate correction, then it's an immediate you can't come back to. Client does something. Versus if one of your friends can show you a red flag and you will just look over it for the love of them,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's not until you get tired of the overlooking where you like can measure a pattern, and then you're like, you've been doing this all along.
Yeah.
And then it's like an abruptness. So people are like shocked when you hit the switch, but it just took you a while to notice that pattern.
Mm-hmm.
You give people the best of you up front, and you want to give them the best of you up front to the point that you don't see them
Mm-hmm.
at all until it's too late, and by then you're hurt.
So what would you say that is?
What would I say that is?
Like how if it's that this is what I hear. If I'm loving you so much up front, I'm so
Maybe a little bit of lack of discernment,
lack of discernment.
possibly.
I need a church home.
No, not necessarily. But you should probably, like dating, like how you, before you make that person your person, you date them.
You get to know them.
You get to know them,
Mm-hmm.
traits about them, triggers, flaws, so you can kind of see that coming, so you can measure if you can have this person in your life.
Yeah.
You don't do that with friends at all, ever.
How do they get in there?
I would tell you no.
And it's a choice too.
It's a
is.
choice.
You
And
choose.
I would tell you no, and you would choose to see it through.
If you like the person enough, you can see all the red flags and still ignore it.
Not true. It's not true.
You
because
know what?
because a person
Well-
doesn't.
Wait, why when I said it's not true, but Story just said that.
No, I wasn't listening. I'm sorry. I was doing something over here, but I didn't hear. I really didn't. But I really don't think that. So if she said that, you're wrong too, Story.
I didn't
But-
say it like this.
Well,
But
not exactly
I don't-
that,
I
but
don't
it's still a
because I
choice
do
to
see-
overlook it.
I do know motherfuckers wear masks. So it's hard for me to
But
see
at the
something
same
that
time-
you had a
but-
mask
okay,
on the whole
but
time.
let's say-
It's not a
Listen,
mask.
It's a mask.
Let me tell you.
They telling me how good they are. They only sending me the good parts of
No.
themselves.
I don't mean red
No.
flags that they verbally said. I mean like you see this pattern that this person does this.
I don't get to
And
see those
although-
patterns until they make themselves absolutely okay. Until they make themselves okay. I don't see those red flags until they do something that I didn't like to make me aware of what is it that I need to be watching out for. In that case, then maybe you're right. Maybe I do got blinders on.
But
Because
it's-
I don't wanna see
It's not a thing of what they
'Cause why
tell
do
you.
you know,
It's your
I
own
got you.
boundary.
I got you. Like, tag me in, Tim.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
When I said that, I tell you no, you still doing it. I'm not telling you no to the person. I'm telling you no to trying to heal them.
Yeah.
Because it's going to take more out of you to give to this person that is not your responsibility
Okay.
to fix them.
I do.
So
see
that's
that.
where you like oversee it, because you like, I know that I can bring something to the table that's going to help you in life, on your journey, on your road, whatever that thing that you didn't get from that one person. I will be that person and fill that void. And then you don't realize that this could just be who this person is.
They don't
That
deserve
this
it.
person decided to be this way.
Mhm.
And it's not until you get to the road where you're seeing as, oh, this is a decision this person make, or this is going to take a little bit more work. You run into people lately that have decided to live this way.
You trying to heal people.
And she
And
naturally
I'm-
is,
but I'm
she
not doing
doesn't
it on
try,
purpose.
but
I know.
she does naturally try to fill voids. If it's a way that I can fix it and change something that has happened to you, or you don't have to have this worry anymore, and she can provide that, that's what Black does.
And I'm trying
Black
to better
doesn't
people.
have, right.
Yeah.
And
I'm trying to
that's why,
elevate
that's why, I want-
discernment
that's
of
why I
saying,
use me as an example.
this
because
person may not deserve my type of healing.
Right.
And that's what you don't wait to see. Like a therapist, the first sessions, you doing all the talking. No, you're like, what's your problem? And then you start checking off boxes. It's different.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I mean.
So she allows hurt people into her safe space, and she's okay with them being hurt as long as they don't hurt her.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then when they hurt her, you got to slide.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's not your,
Okay.
it's not people's fault when they enter traumatic situations. If a person decides to hurt you, whether intentionally or unintentionally, you as the person that has on the receiving end of that, it's not your fault. So when Black realized that in you, like she says it all the time, like she's the person that protects the people from the bullies, right? So she's like, it's not your fault that you were bullied. Let me help you. Until this person in return has now become the same person
that hurt them.
Yes.
Okay.
And you do also have people that thrive in victim mentalities, and those people are equally as dangerous as the bullies.
Absolutely.
Black comes across people that thrives in victim mentalities who have in return become the bullies, and then they automatically reflect that behavior on her. And it's not until she sees this pattern where she's like, "Oh, you're willing to hurt me here. I have to love it." And it's abrupt. It's a switch. It's an abrupt when she sees it, but I feel like she doesn't realize that she takes a part of that trauma too. Like she thinks she hits a switch and she's okay. No, she hits a switch and she's now healing herself continuously.
Now I want
until
to be
she's
mean.
okay again.
Yeah,
Get
because
mean after that.
Yes.
because
And she's not a natural mean person. She knows she can get mean, and she knows that's a boundary she's willing to do to make herself feel protected.
To protect
And
myself.
why do you need to protect yourself if you're in a state of peace automatically? You are naturally a peaceful person.
And why do you need to protect yourself from people that's supposed to be protecting you?
Exactly. If I'm like it's in a relationship, I don't have to worry about protecting myself because I know she's going to do that for me. The moment that I decide that I have to now protect myself, it's no need for her to be here because I don't trust you to do that for me. Vulnerability is a very powerful tool that people, I feel like, underutilize and overutilize. People are scared to be vulnerable with people because you don't trust them. Understood. Makes sense. But you also are giving yourself a disservice of taking off some weight, giving yourself an opportunity to be in a peaceful state. And that's where a lot of times I feel like Black has to now go back into that bubble where she's blocking. When Black blocks, she blocks everybody. So now she's looking at the people that have been tried and true different too.
Yeah.
So now those little things.
So now they suffer.
Now they suffer.
Gotcha.
It takes a lot.
That's me.
It takes a lot.
That's me. When I shut everybody out, I'm gonna shut everybody out. And when I shut everybody out, you're not gonna be able to get in.
It's hard to
Right.
get back in.
It's
You
not
have
gonna
to
be
wait
again.
until that person themselves again, and then you're like, okay, I see that you've still been here with me. Thank you for being here with me. But you have to basically cocoon yourself until you heal again. And then
That's why I told myself long ago, I'm done with trying to. I don't want to use the word fix. I'm done with trying to help. Because the reality of it is that the more you help, the more you're the one that end up being hurt.
Yeah.
Like
I married a therapist on purpose.
like it was, and it might work for you. I have to go listen to my own self. I get a lot of answers from myself when I'm in my own space. People telling me what I could do, what I need to do, it's only gonna make me mad. And then I'll go and process it later. So in the moment, I don't want to talk about it, but I know what's going on. You see what I'm saying? I see it, but I have to deal with it in my own way. I've been in situations where I've let stuff happen in front of me, and they like, why are you letting this happen in front of you? I say, I'm not. My plan is already working. It's already in action.
You gotta let it.
But you got to see that through. And then they be like, then when it happened, it's like, dang, you said it. Yeah, you're damn right I said it. I had already had a plan in motion. So I use this analogy all the time. When I'm in a relationship, like once I'm checked out, I already got an exit strategy in my mind. That's in any relationship in my life, whether it's a friend, whether it's a girlfriend, whether it's whatever. I already have an exit strategy. Now I'm just watching. So I've had a whole out-of-body experience. I done took my soul out of my body to watch myself move with this individual, to watch this shit play out so I can make sure that my plan stays the way it's supposed to go. And you'll never know. You'll think the whole time that I'm still there. No, I'm not. I'm really checked out. And I'm watching myself play this shit out.
I call it breaking up with someone before you actually.
Yeah.
I break up with a lot of people before I actually break up with them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And at the point that you actually do break up with them, you're okay because you already broke up with that person.
Yeah.
6 months.
My mind, my body, everything is done with you.
The first relationship.
What did you say? Oh God, it was
I broke up
hurtful.
with Black before I broke up with
She
Black
said
before.
something like she was just healing while she was breaking up. What you said?
I said that I was disengaging, and in that I was going to heal myself before leaving, so I could be prepared.
Yeah.
But I told her I was honest.
Yeah.
I never lied to that one.
I respect that though. Like,
Yeah,
the honesty
I'm
and
literally-
saying it out loud instead of
This girl done broke.
You're not gonna. The crazy part about me is I tell people all the time. There's always a piece of me that I'll never let you see. Always. So as much as you might think you know me, you will never know when I'm checked out. You will never know.
It's a superpower.
It's literally.
That is a superpower.
You'll never know. I'm talking about that's friendship,
It's really hard to
relationship,
do.
clientship. That's everybody. You'll never know when Dion is checked out.
I
It's just gonna come up on you one day and it's just gonna grab you. And you'll be like, damn, I ain't even see this shit coming. And I'm gonna be like, well,
I
been
did
thinking
so
about this
well
like
in
6
a
months.
relationship once that when she broke up with me, I was like, okay.
And I really be hoping that the motherfucker really just part ways with me. You feel what I'm saying? I really be hoping that because it makes it easier on me. But at the same time, if I do have to have that hard conversation, I don't mind having that hard conversation. But you gotta know when people's time is up in your life.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the discernment that you got.
That's the part that
It's
you
tough.
and
Because I
you
think
know
when you
it.
go into
You
it.
do know
You
it.
do know it.
Yeah, that's what
I'm
I'm
not saying
saying.
you don't know it, but I think you want someone to be there so bad.
Yeah,
That you'll overlook some things, but you do know it. And it's just like
because
But
I feel like inside of the relationship, you should always assess whether you feel, or you could be wrong or right, but if you feel like this is long term, you can tell the difference between something that's going to be forever or forever-ish and something that you can be like, okay, nah, this is probably short term. It's got about a good couple of years in it, and then.
But no,
you know,
I don't do that. I don't do that. But also,
essentially, that's what you're saying that you do. If you check out of a relationship, then you've already determined this is a short term situation.
No.
Not necessarily.
No. I thought it was gonna be something, and
It's
it
not
came up
until-
on me. Yeah.
Yes, it's not until you realize no matter what I do to try to do, and no matter how much I do my part in this relationship, it's not going to be enough here because you need or want something else that I can't provide
That
for
I
you.
can't give you, yeah.
Then that's it. In Black's situation, we were long distance at the time. Black needed somebody that was there
Right.
for her, and I realized that she was willing to find that person that's there for her in smaller capacities, but that internally made me feel less than.
But that's what I'm
So,
saying. That's
no
what I
matter-
consider as
yeah.
discernment. Like, if I come to the realization that I know that I can't meet your needs, I'm not gonna take that to heart. Like, it just means you need more than what I can give you. I'm not gonna hate you or me for that situation.
Exactly.
But you gotta-
It's a peaceful
I
thing.
just
It's
know
not
that
a
long
peaceful
term.
But
I can't-
unfortunately, people don't look at it like that.
They
People in relationships always have to have a
it's
finger
big.
point. But
Huh.
the flip side of that is that make sure if you're in that position or in that position that you all are talking, make sure you wasn't the problem.
Right.
Because a lot of what's happening with a lot of people is that you want to break up with me, which is fine.
Mhm.
You want to break up with me relationally, business, friendship, whatever. But I was never the problem, boo-boo. It was you the whole time. You're the issue. So you think you're breaking up with me or parting ways with me or parting business relationship with me, and you think it's because of me, and the whole time it was your fuck ups. It was your
I don't
difference.
think
It
That's
was
the
your shit.
person that's in that victim.
Yeah, because I'm
And
saying it
that
shouldn't be
drives
a
that
because I was
thing.
less or because you was less. It was just like I couldn't be enough, and
It's okay.
I'm not gonna hold you back for that. But
And
I don't
truly,
see how people
it's
look at
nothing
it.
wrong
No,
with that.
it's nothing wrong with
Some
neither.
things you aren't enough in.
Yeah.
Something, that's a healthy realization.
Okay.
You as
Yes.
a person's not enough, but
I'm
I'm not
giving-
enough to fix this situation.
I'm giving you an
Right.
example. I'll
You
give
know
you
what
an
I mean?
example. I'll give you a
Yeah.
perfect example. Example of
like
you know that at the end of the day, y'all always arguing, okay, or y'all always into it. Y'all just don't see eye to eye. But that person is the reason why y'all are always arguing, always into it. Y'all don't see eye to eye.
Right.
You want to walk away from me and make it seem like it's me.
Be okay with that.
I'm okay with it, but I ain't gonna let you walk away thinking that you did that. No, I ain't gonna do that.
See,
I ain't doing that.
I was thinking,
I ain't doing that. I'm gonna let you have
I
it.
don't care what you think.
yeah, like
At
you
the
can't
point
control
that I
it.
know that this ain't my space and I can't be here no more. I don't give a fuck what story you telling me.
And I think that's
I
the
do.
difference
I don't care about
between
the.
a man
I don't
and a
because
woman.
you're not gonna assassinate
Okay.
my character.
A woman-
So see, I'm
not
different.
gonna be
I'm not gonna allow you to
around
assassinate
know
my character on some shit
what-
that ain't true. Now, if it's true, then let it be. But if it's not true, I'm not going to allow. You're not going to leave Dion's gym, for an example, and be like, oh hell no, that nigga Dion was a bad trainer. No, you bitch, you got me fucked up. Because it wasn't that. How about it was this? Or how about it was that? Or how about you wasn't listening? How about you wasn't there?
Mm-hmm.
How about you kept counseling? How about this? How about you tell him that you didn't want to pay me?
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? So don't leave and go tell the streets this truth.
That was something else.
Nobody said you had to leave with silence. You absolutely right, D. Like you can literally speak that. You know, you don't have to just take it. If
Right,
that's
I'm
what
not
you wanna
taking it.
do.
I refuse.
You can say you can clean your plate.
Right.
Before you decide you want to leave. That is perfectly fine. Or before that person leave you, like, hey, you
Right.
hit that door, but let me tell you about yourself.
Absolutely.
This is where you fucked up at. And whether that person resonate with it or not, that ain't your responsibility. You got it off your chest.
Right.
So you do what's necessary for you so you can be okay.
Yeah, I'm not. The difference between men and women is a man is not going to allow anybody, man or woman, to assassinate their character.
No. And
He's
I
not.
feel like that's the difference. And I feel like women, once we get to that point, it's like you can blame it. Literally,
Blame it on me.
Michelle, blame it on me. Say it's my fault. Textbook and be okay with it. Because a lot of times men, at the point that they don't realize that the problem, live in a sense of lulu anyway. So if I know that talking to you doesn't make you receive anything from me, I ain't gonna waste no more time, no more breath. Because at the point that a woman has checked out and completely disengaged and is okay with a relationship ending, because women are normally not okay with a relationship ending, whether she's in it or him, she's never just okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about a woman being in a state of peace and okay. At the point she done checked out, she done already did a lot of talking. She done already did a lot of, hey, this is the issue, this is the problem, this is what I need. She done did all that for years maybe. So at the point she's okay with the fact that you don't receive that, she don't have time to give you a whole nother list or a
Hey,
summary.
A synopsis.
Synopsis. Or
So let me ask. So
shit I've been telling you
right. So let me
now
ask you
the
this:
whole time.
Do women? Because I don't know. I'm not a woman. Do women actually take the time out to process? Because
Yes.
no.
We're always.
Wait, I
But
was
so
here.
because
Process
before
what?
that's where I'm going. So example B, before I ever came to you, woman or man, if I had a problem with you, before I came to you, I first questioned Dion to make sure it's not me, because I could be the problem. You understand what I'm saying? So when I come to
So
you,
you check yourself first.
I check myself first. So do women check themselves first? Like, but you got to have a raw conversation with yourself in order to understand that, where I'm coming from. I don't think women or men, every woman or man is having that real raw conversation. You ready to play the blame game?
It depends on what level of accountability that person has.
Yeah.
But we've already established that accountability in this world right now is about this much.
Right.
We've already
So
established
it really
that.
depends on the person. At the point that
We deflect. We don't be here. We don't want to be held accountable. We
if I
deflect.
had an issue with you, D, I would have first, because I have a male best friend.
Okay.
So I don't feel like I'm not free of relationships with men.
Gotcha.
Okay. So with me having, and we're
You got
friends, right?
Yeah.
So I have 2 male friends now in my life. At the point I have an issue with you, maybe you said something I didn't like, maybe it made me feel away. I'm going to look at how I'm internalizing it
Gotcha.
first.
Yes.
Before I say anything, because I need to know, is this as big of a deal as I'm
Making it. Absolutely.
Is this going to matter to me later on?
Right.
That's how I kind of like just, I don't know, what's the word? Process it. Yeah. That's how I process it first before I ever be like, hey, I had an issue with this. I don't feel like every raw emotion requires a conversation.
Correct.
True.
You can rub me the wrong way in the moment, but if it's not really gonna make me give a fuck, I'm not about to bring it to your table. I don't thrive in conflict just to have it. I feel like confrontation is a necessary tool.
Neither do a class, because a lot of women thrive in conflict.
They do.
A lot of women thrive in conflict. That's the truth, though. Sorry, y'all.
The issue you have with me, it's not my opportunity to then come to you with an issue I have with you. Like, no, everything has its time and its place. So depending on whoever level of accountability, and I can speak to that because I used to not be an accountable person.
Gotcha.
It was like, if a person did X, Y, I had a revengeful spirit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always tapped. That's why I used to always say. And it's like, I don't want to be tapped. I don't even want this person to be tipped to me. Let's talk about how we could avoid this all together. Because if I love you and I appreciate you, you can't be tipped to me. I damn sure don't want to intentionally be tapped to you. So this
I don't want a plan to hurt you.
I don't want to do that.
Why I need a backup plan?
I don't.
My homie.
Yeah.
At all. You know? So I think
And
that's the
I feel-
difference.
Yeah, when I
And
feel
it
like I
think-
need that,
I don't have the revenge part. I have to cut you off at the head right then.
Mhm.
So I don't think that's revenge. I think that's more so of that I'm not finna allow you to do this without me fighting back. So I got
That's
to fight.
setting a boundary
Yeah.
immediately.
I got to fight back. Like, so you're not doing it.
And every time you don't have to wait and process something to know, like, hey, this is a boundary I'm about to set with you already. This could be a boundary that you already had. You just never felt like you had to speak to it to this person because I didn't expect you to cross that boundary with me.
True, absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. I don't think you should just walk into a relationship, friendship, or whatever and be like, all right, here's my boundaries.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't expect this person, if you like this person, to even get to the boundary.
Yeah.
Like, they should just pick up on boundaries off of other motherfuckers' fuck ups in time. I shouldn't have to say, oh, well, shit, you know, my name Dion, but this is my boundaries. Like, you can't do this, you can't do that.
When you sit down, make sure you sit
Yeah,
down.
like we really finna do that?
Yeah.
Like, but maybe we need to start. Maybe, because
Yes,
the
no.
the crazy part about it is that motherfuckers like to do this. They like to do this a lot.
They do.
And then when I roar back, I'm in the wrong. Look how long you've been poking me. But what you thought I was just gonna let you keep poking me for the rest of my life?
Yeah, what was it? What is it?
Like, so when I roar back, now I'm the wrong, I'm the enemy, I'm the bad guy, I'm this. He didn't have to come talk to me like that. He didn't have to say, you know what? Fuck all that. We can end this shit right now.
Yeah.
Because you and your feelings, and I don't have any in this moment. Because I'm just giving you the real. If you fuck with it, you fuck with it. If you don't, you don't. That's why I tell people all the time, if you're gonna be my friend, if you're gonna be my client, you gotta have tough skin.
Right.
That in and out of your feelings and feeling shit don't work with me. Your tears don't move me. That shit don't move me. I'm not Jesus. Like, check your shit at the door.
But that person, just because that's the case, it doesn't mean that person is free of response. Like, and I think that's something that a lot of times people miss. Where people are like, well, why you had a response anyway? It's like, because I'm allowed to fucking have one.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And if that response look like tears, it's not about moving you. That's just that person's response. Unless they do weaponize those emotions.
I could care less.
to try to change
Tears
them.
don't move me. Like,
Right, but that's
so
what
don't-
I'm saying.
yeah.
You shouldn't look at it in that way unless that person shows you to look at it.
Well, it's a habit. I pay attention to patterns.
Because
So,
for me,
because
for
if
example,
every time I get in a conversation with you, you balled up, ready to cry, I'm really gonna be done having conversations with you because I need you to check your motherfucking emotions.
so
Like, I can't do that. I can't do that.
I've never been a crier until Black. I've
Understood.
never been a crier. And it's really because, like, I respond to frustration with tears. And it just
Right.
naturally happens. I hate that shit. It's something I hate to my core. If I'm frustrated, I'm crying. If I'm angry, I'm crying. If I'm irritated, I'm crying. At the
Right.
point we have to have this conversation, and I feel like we didn't have to have this conversation. It's just a natural instinct of
Right.
what happens. But it's not to manipulate the situation of like, we can't have this conversation. No, let's have this conversation regardless of my feelings.
So let me ask you this. But you gotta know, dealing with somebody that loves you and cares for you, that your tears are going to touch them in a way.
I'm a Pisces, baby.
It's not
Should
on
I-
purpose.
But I understand that it's not on purpose, and I'm not saying that you got to change her or anything. I'm saying, but you have to know in your back of your mind.
So I pause. So if I feel like this is a conversation we gotta have, and she be airing my ass out,
Mhm.
I'd be like, give me a second. And I do. I'm like, give me a second. I'm trying to stop them tears because I want you to keep going. I need
Right.
to hear this because I don't want us to have to be in this again.
Right.
Keep going through it.
Or at least not this intense.
Right.
You know? So it's like, hold up, give me a second. Let me get shit together.
Well, hold on, stop.
Okay, now go. And that's just knowing yourself and knowing your partner well enough. Where it's like, okay, what if this person is saying something to me, I need to hear it. Just knowing who she is. And the point that she feels like hurt and her feelings are hurt, or she's upset or whatever the fuck, I have to listen at this point. And it doesn't matter if
Even if it hurts.
Right. And I love you enough to want to listen. A motherfucker I don't care to listen to can get a response out of me, not a longer till.
And that's what I was going to say. It goes into the level of care and the level of unconditional love you're willing to give this person. We've already discussed how, there's or as an adult, we tend to love unconditionally different adults versus children.
Yeah.
But if your child is trying to explain something to you and they start getting choked up and they start crying, you're still willing to give them that empathy in that moment to finish their thought. You give them a second to breathe. But as adults, we don't give that same extension.
I don't do that with my kids either. Talk to me when you're done crying.
And that's giving them a time to get together, perhaps.
And I mean, that's just
like I don't do it. Like and my kids love me, everything in them, but I don't want to talk to you when you're crying.
And that can still be out of love of doing that. Be like, hey, I see you emotional right now. Go get yourself together, and then let's reconvene this conversation. Right. And that's what I mean. It's not free of response, but you give grace in those moments.
Right. And you didn't mentally check out of the conversation. Right. You want them to pull themselves together so that you can finish having the conversation.
First of all, I don't. First of all, in a crying,
you tend to emotionally
even with
out.
adults.
I don't want to have this if you crying, bro.
Even with an adult, I treat them the same way as I treat my kids. Crying, I don't understand. All right, first and foremost. Secondly, that's an emotion that maybe, just maybe, our conversation doesn't even require. Third, I can't understand what you're saying if you're crying and talking at the same time. I literally can't. Okay?
So that's a state of panic.
Right.
Because I do that. Like at the point that I feel my tears are happening, the reason why I'm crying, I'm trying to hurry up and get shit out.
Process
so I can go ahead, say what I need to say and stop these tears. Because I don't want you to look at it as a sign of weakness. And you are a person that would look at it as that.
Yeah.
So for me, and it took a lot, I still deal with that, but trying to make sure that my tears doesn't come across as I'm weak.
And it doesn't, to me, at the end of the day, I'm not looking at it as a sign of weakness. I'm looking at it as like, did this conversation require that? And so I take every conversation different.
See,
you understand what I'm saying?
Emotional though, because I pick up on people's energy. So a lot of times my clients is telling me sad stories. I know you're gonna cry, or I know, I can feel you. I can feel your emotion. And it don't even have to be something bad.
People look at you crazy if you ain't crying with them. And people do me like that all the time, and I'm like,
by the time you turn around, we are gonna both.
And I'm not gonna be crying with you.
Because I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's just you being seen, you being heard, and I feel you.
Yeah.
I feel everything you're going through right now. And
I question public tears.
As you
I question, are you trying to get attention or
it's
like,
not all the time.
I'm questioning. I'm just saying I do.
Break grown big ass men down on a regular.
I get it.
Like on a regular, just housework.
So I feel
like serious, and you would be telling me about your work schedule and all this, and I'd be like, look, Papa.
So I can say
you crying, we crying.
So I cried in front of you and DJ before with a discussion we were having our paint night. And I'm a firm believer in safe spaces.
Right. Like I'm not crying in public.
So I didn't feel like that was public.
No, I'm just saying me.
Like
I'm just
an example.
Yeah.
And I feel like safe spaces matter. So what you do for your clients is create a safe space. And you also have to realize that when a person is now willing to talk about a situation, they've been harboring some shit for a while. So it's like probably a lot of shit just getting pushed forward.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's kind of with men specifically, not black men specifically.
Crying is the last thing I'm gonna do.
They don't feel comfortable.
I'm gonna get angry before I cry.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna get angry before I cry. That's the last thing I'm gonna do.
You know what I'm saying? And men don't feel comfortable crying in front of their partners. They just don't. And it's mostly because of how crying is associated. Mm-hmm. It makes them feel less than. It truly does. So even with you being able to kind of pull that out of them, that safe space, they are regretting this entire moment.
Mm-hmm.
I often get appreciation from it because they don't have a place to talk. And I always ask them, are you telling your wife this? Are you telling your girl this?
But that's a safe space.
And so I do get that. So, okay, you don't have nowhere to dump this. So go ahead, dump it on me.
But that's what I'm saying too. They may not necessarily look at it like, okay, so some of them may be like, oh, I can't go to my girl with this. But some of them like, I gotta be strong for her. So I can't show her that I'm
nobody to go to. Not no girl, not no homeboy. They don't know how to be vulnerable with anybody unless someone creates that space of being vulnerable. I ask them vulnerable questions. Mm-hmm. I'm not just saying, what's up, boy? No, I want to know, how was your week?
Right.
What you ate? What you been doing? When you going back to the gym? I'm all in your business, because you don't have that space. And I've been doing this long enough to know I'm my client's only friend, a lot of them, only friend. And I get that because people don't have good people. You know, it's just hard being the good person for everybody. And then you're gonna find that fucking snake in that bitch behind me.
Take advantage
Ooh.
of it. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then it changes for everybody else, like you said.
And then when you're the good person for everybody in your circle, nobody's asking you how you doing.
Mhm.
Nobody asking you what's going on. Nobody's asking you, are you okay? They're only there for their own need. That's where the selfishness come in at. Like, it's okay for them to for your spot to be a safe space for all of your clients. That is totally fine. But are they coming in and asking you, how you doing? You doing okay? Fuck all that about me. You straight? That's the difference. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, but that's the difference. It's the same way here. It's the same concept here. Ain't nobody asking me, like, very small. I can count maybe 2 or 3. Hey, Dion, how you really doing? Not just no bullshit ass talk. How you really doing? You straight?
Yeah.
Mm-mm. It's more. It's what you can get. I come here to get something. I come here to get what you provide. Because this is what you told me you was gonna get, and I'm out the door.
Yeah.
So it's still the same concept.
And we gotta find better people. Or at least, I will hope if I can't find better people, I hope I can demonstrate myself enough for you to want to be a better person.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I don't care to find new people. I want the people around me to actually self-analyze their shortcomings on that.
Yeah. Make yourself better.
The issue with that,
better.
The issue with that, and I feel like Black and you, DJ, just said a word, and I made a face because it's like, yeah, you want that up until you realize this person's trying to be
me. Damn.
And see,
that's a different.
And see, that I don't have to worry about. I don't have to worry about somebody trying to be
That's
me.
my pet peeve.
It's
I
like
have-
they ain't learned a lesson at all. You just emulating what you think
You
I
just
am.
putting me on.
And I think I don't have to worry about that. I have to
people
worry
are starting
about
to be me.
Gee,
Trying to be
the
me.
fact of
Trying to talk
it's
like I
like,
talk. You
how
can't
can
talk to
you
everybody
not
like I talk
see
to
it?
everybody. I talk to people the way I want to talk to them,
But they try.
and
They
they
tried it.
and that doesn't work with
Tried
them.
it.
And it's an
And
epic fail.
that's when they looking stupid
And
because
it's
like, hey, he can do this. You can't.
It's an epic fail because the reality of it is that yeah, like you can't go ahead and talk vulgar to people the way I talk vulgar to people. But also those people that I'm talking vulgar to, you don't know what type of relationship we have.
Exactly.
You don't know what I've done for them,
Right.
what they've done for me. We got that opportunity. We've built that.
Mm-hmm.
So then when you come around and you try to backdoor do the same thing, then you wondering why they talking about meet me outside.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very few people that are allowed to check me, whether I'm wrong or right.
Like, yeah. Like I'm and
facts.
see, I don't you can
If I'm wrong, don't talk to me.
I'm one of them type of
How you feel
people.
comfortable enough?
I guess I'm one of them type of people to where I don't when I'm having a conversation with you, like I'm flat with it. Like I don't care about who's in the building, who's not in the building. I want to talk to you outside. Man, whatever fuck you gotta tell me, man, tell me now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be what it is.
It's gonna be what it is, because I'm not taking you outside and I'm gonna do all this shit.
Like
I'm not giving you I'm not giving no extra attention to your fucked up ass needs that you got.
I am myself all.
No, just tell me what you want. Tell me what you want. It's either yay or nay with me.
I'm myself until somebody push me too far.
Well, yeah, that is a different version of me, is when you push me too far. But I just create a space so we can be yourself.
Yeah.
Just be you. Give me the option.
But I will say that it's an interesting battle because of the person that I am. This is me naturally, but there are times where I feel like, nah, let me show them like really how far I can go because you're playing on my top.
Yeah.
And
Sometimes
then that's when I
show people that you'll.
But then that's when I have conversations with myself at night, like, damn, this is not me. And I don't want to have to be this person.
So maybe it's the person that
see, this
you
me all day
have
long.
To show those stripes.
All day long.
They gotta go.
Yeah.
That's when you start setting boundaries, because it's like,
I'm an
if you
asshole
see
all day
the
long.
need to change for somebody, that's a reason to pay attention.
I feel like
I tell people the only time you're gonna see the soft side of Dion is if you're in that small circle or if you my kids. Other than that, you ain't seeing no soft side of me. Fuck all that.
Why should they? Like, I have a tone with my clients, but the only person that can make me soft and feminine is Rika, because she's the only person that should see that.
But see,
you supposed to see me as the homie?
But that's what I was gonna say. You bring up a very important part. You're soft with your wife because that was your goal in life.
Mm-hmm.
To have that safe space, to have that type of realm.
And
so you have to be that person.
Why?
But if you were never soft at all, then you wouldn't be, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Why would I have to show you what type of feminine I am at home?
Mm-hmm.
You my homeboy. You my client. I don't have to change, be more girly, or be
to
more
appease you.
Calm or smile. You should smile more. For who? My wife ain't here.
Yeah.
You a nigga.
She showed me a soft side.
Well, I love you.
But I get it. Like, I think.
But Black also never said that she only shows it to one person. She said
no. She said no. I understood exactly.
Like, I'm talking about those people that's trying to change. Like,
hey, they're trying to change. You should do this.
Why you don't do your hair?
That's weird.
Leave me alone.
You ever do this?
Hey, I ain't never asked her to do her goddamn hair, so shut up.
And then my thing, why you ain't nice?
Yeah, why you?
Well, you can say something nice.
You should smile more.
You can tell me I'm doing a good job.
Yeah, that
I could, but if I tell you to do a good job, the minute I tell you you're doing a good job, then you're gonna start fucking up. So why should I tell you that you're doing a good job? Then
you need to get handled.
You understand what I'm saying? Like,
if I'm gonna give you that option. Yeah. So if I say you can't, I say, oh, you can't have to. Oh, you can't do pet names, huh, Roger? I'm gonna switch it up immediately. It's gonna be just like that. Oh, okay, Chris, you should go there.
Yeah.
And and you got only one time to try one of the ladies in my shop, and I get real different. Yeah. So it's just setting your boundaries. I gotta switch, but I shouldn't have to do that for you. And if I feel like I do, you gotta go.
Yeah.
Not my kind reserved self. Why?
Yeah.
This is where I'm comfortable at. Why you want to change this?
Right. Like, why do y'all want to make me be mean? Like, I just don't understand. I'm like, all these mean ass people in the world, and you want to make the one nice person in the room be mean? Like, that shit don't make sense.
I'm so sneaky with my boundaries. You just gonna walk in this motherfucker one day and you're gonna be like, oh, you on something?
My whole tone changes. That's why if I'm bothering and I won't even talk to you. Y'all will be asking us, and I'll just get really quiet because you're gonna hear the irritation in my voice. You're gonna hear it all. I'm gonna what? And
that's what I feel like is
what person
is odd about people.
Hi, baby. So if I gotta switch it up for you like that, I'm gonna switch everything.
But that's why I feel like it's very odd about people. It's like in the world, the things that we're asking for out of people are the things that we push them further from being. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Like the very thing that you want people who are nice, or you want people whatever, but then you can't deliver if they are that person.
Especially if they just sit around you. Like a lot of things I do see in my client, you would be a better guy here than you are there.
Yes.
And
you're willing to be this person around me, but you can't be this for your girl, or you can't be this for your family.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah, and that's when I encourage them to be single. You probably should get out of that because you don't care about her enough to share who you are. So that means you're putting on a mask for her, and I'm afraid of that. Because now I know you can put on the mask.
It's weird when people choose a worse man. Like you choosing worse.
Cheat on her, but you want me to be convinced that you're how, Roger? I can't be convinced that you loyal to me when I'm watching you go cheat out in the world. Or shit. I got clients with a guy with a bunch of kids. Hey, you can't.
You ain't got no lawyers
here. And you got 4 kids over there, 3 kids over there, and I always tell them you can't be in 9 houses in one day.
Not at all.
You can't. So you got to stop making fucking kids. You understand?
Yeah.
I understand you feel like you can drop off a few dollars here and there, but if you can't see all of them, don't come in here asking what the fuck going on.
And that goes back into accountability of matching your actions and your words.
I hold them.
Most people
I'm gonna
do not have
and
both.
I don't have any of them that's bothered by it, because who's holding you accountable out there? Your boy's late, you be a fuck nigga. You can't be a fuck nigga here. We got a house full of girls in here. We don't want to know. And then you coming in here talking all that good stuff. We can't hear that.
It sound nice,
Where's
but your action
exactly. And I would literally go get your baby. Go get him.
You here, but your son not here. But they both got to get your hair cut. What?
Go get your baby, sir. And I make him go get him. But I had to show, some people you just gotta show you can be a better nigga or a better man. And if you're gonna be here with me, you're gonna have to display that, okay?
Yeah.
I ain't doing that. You good? You're a good guy here, but then you telling me something else going on out there, and I can't tell you. You need to do better. No,
Just holding them accountable, and they got to be able to take that.
absolutely. But I have some really good guys, but I get it together. Because if I was, cooling him, but didn't tell you, this, that, and the third out of the street, you're gonna look at me as who I'm displaying you to be. How you expect me to see you as one when you telling me about another person?
The streets be talking.
No, I want to know who you are. Don't come here lying.
I seen some comments and then they all went away. Don't know what happened. I seen a comment.
Yeah, it just Diamond Brewer said hello.
Okay, it was something else. I think it was on YouTube. I seen a sentence come across the screen, but I don't know.
Oh, that was me popping up what you said.
So,
okay.
Aversions.
Mm-hmm.
Can they?
No.
Yes.
They can't avert, because it's the versions we're talking about, but you can't avert from a feeling you think is okay. If you think it's okay for you to be a certain way,
And that's what I'm saying. Like it's
being the decent
it's the flip part for me. Like they're going to find a way to make inversions work in their favor.
Because it's something you generally don't.
It's a manipulation
like
trait.
It per se, like
unless they don't want that trait no more.
That's
Right.
what I'm saying. You can
correct it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
And I say that from a personal experience. Like, if y'all ever want to know what my kryptonite was, I am a naturally toxic person.
Mm-hmm.
You're a Scorpio, baby.
I'm a Scorpio, Taurus, and fucking Gemini. We're going into risings and sunsets. So
Whatever that is, okay.
you know what I'm saying? It's a hell of a list. And I'm on the cusp. I'm on the
Jeez.
cusp of Sagittarius. So I'm a clusterfuck of a naturally toxic person. And I thrived in that for a very good period of time in my life because I thought I was justified with operating in the victim mentality. So I'm speaking from experience when I say,
Gotcha.
you do the work. You do the work. My shadow self is very non-understanding, very confrontational,
Mm-hmm.
non-committal. And I had to realize that about myself and realize this is why I would be alone.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I'm okay with being alone. And did I want to be alone? Because I always had people around me, and I couldn't understand why the fuck you want to be around me, and I treat you this way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, she was
So-
mean. I ain't even lying.
It took a lot. It took a lot, and I had to realize that I'm trying to set a boundary because you're hurt here. You don't want to be trusting of people because you're hurt here. And it was only one person that I felt like I need to have this discussion with to get through that, right? So I started having these discussions with people that I feel like built that up with me, and then I had to have years of discussion with myself.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it was just I no longer want to operate in self-destruction.
Yep.
Because at the end of the day, who this hurts the most is me. It's draining, it's tiring, it makes you look fucked
I'm
up.
like, why are you so mean?
It
You
just
don't even
doesn't-
have to be mean.
It doesn't feel good. And I felt like I did have to be that way because I was experiencing so many people that was willing to fuck me over.
Yeah.
And not alone just fuck me over. I'm watching them fuck other people over too.
Mhm.
So I'm like, it's only a matter of time before you spin my block. I'm gonna beat you to it.
Yep.
And it was just unnecessary because I was also doing that with people that were tried and true that would never spin that block with me.
Mm-hmm.
That already showed me that they wouldn't spin that block with me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's different with knowing that a person is capable of spinning that
I
block
feel like
and
once you
decide not to.
got that picture that you had to get rid of some people that,
Yeah.
or they didn't mean well.
Because I kept them around.
You did.
And that's the part that I didn't understand either. And when Black and I had to really talk about that, it's like, if you know that these are the people in your life that's doing these things to you, why are they still in your life?
Right.
And I was like, damn, girl. You know? And then I had to realize what parts of that has nothing to do with them, and this is how you're operating in that, and how you're okay with operating in that. Because I was totally comfortable with losing everybody to feel like I'm saving me.
Mm-hmm.
So it had to do the work, it has to go through it, and then that's what changed. I just decided that I wanted to be better and different, and I didn't want people to receive me in that way and in that light. So I changed, and now everybody when they meet me think I'm kind.
Mm-hmm.
They think I'm sweet, and that's how I want to be perceived because I want to be good to you. By me being good to you, I'm honoring myself. And if I feel like my actions bring dishonor onto me because I got to handle you a certain type of way, I can't have you around because that triggers me. And people are triggers. As much as they are red flags, they are also triggers. And whatever make you and your shadow self or your red flag flare up, and you don't want your red flag to flare up because you done did the work to try to make it beige, you know, I can't help you around because other people are still watching me and other people are still seeing me, and I need them to know that you're still safe here, that you're good in my book. So I think people can change. They 100% can change, but they first have to want to for themselves. And it has to be for nobody and nobody else for yourself. It can't be trying to keep a person. It can't be none of that.
They first got to be honest that they have a problem.
Yes. And that was that correction in them. And if they do, then they can do it to everybody. It won't just be good just to you. Not that you don't correct them. Of course, they're gonna pay you now.
Right.
But you're gonna go to somebody else and miss that payment.
Yeah. And I had to be honest with that. Like, it literally, as much as I was confronting people like, hey, this hurted me, this made me feel like that, I also called people and was like, I was the problem. I apologize. I had a friend, old best friend that was childhood. And I would air her ass out every time about what she did wrong to people, like what she did to me. And then one day it took me calling her and literally telling her, like, I know I wasn't a good friend to you either. I did this to you. I acknowledge that. Now, regardless, we can't rock with each other any further. It's too much shit here. It ain't enough time to unpack because we had years of being back and forth. But let me acknowledge my part because I definitely did. You know, and that's just being honest with yourself with that. I had to apologize to these people because that's how you truly clean your slate. It's not like I can just confront a motherfucker that treated me wrong and I'm not confronting myself with this person of how I treated them wrong. So if I owed you $20 and then I acted like it didn't happen, I don't just get to send you $20 to just shut you up. It's like, let me acknowledge, hey, I didn't pay you this $20. I apologize. Yada, 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 whatever the fuck conversation you take. But nobody's doing that.
Right.
Correcting themselves.
Yeah, nobody's correcting themselves anymore at all.
If you get away with it,
they
get
right.
away with it.
They right. No, they just right.
Up.
They are right. They feel like they right and you can't tell them no different.
Yeah, because your character is on the line. You can do that, sure. And you ain't got to tell me no different.
There might be some validity to what you said.
I'm gonna look at you all.
But there's no complete truth.
Yeah, and I have different ways of protecting myself in both, in friendships and relationships, and in my clients. I can just, you can't come back. You know, simple as that. Can't trust you. It is what it is. We can't do business. That's what it is. Friends is really hard because I'm I create my tribes, and of course I want who I want. So it's hard to see through a lot of foggy shit, but when you do, you do. In relationships, we have uncomfortable conversations as often as possible. You know,
I don't think people do that enough either. Like you avoid uncomfortable conversations. Like when I come and talk to you, and it's like, I was gonna come talk to you about it. When?
Yeah.
When?
The moment I feel a twitch in the air,
I love that about us, man.
When was you gonna come talk to me about that?
And the question that I ask you is gonna go beyond what's wrong. It's gonna be like, what did I do something to make you feel this way? Did this go a little too far? I'm going to ask intentional questions to get an intentional response. So you know you have a space. If you're not comfortable with speaking to me about it right now, if I'm asking the question, then you got that freedom now to answer.
Right.
Now, if you don't take that opportunity, that's your fault.
Do y'all feel like being two women that's easier?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
With a man, it could be easy, but that it's very, 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 very important that man has that safe space with that woman. Women are always going to express themselves. Y'all do a great job at that. What I'm learning about women is that now they're only starting to express themselves when they know they are in the right. When they're in the wrong, they no longer want to talk about what's supposed to be talked about.
Yeah, I don't like
I'll go one step further with you because you just gave us a little bit too much credit. I'm gonna tell a secret. Women are good at expressing themselves or what they're feeling in the moment. That underlying shit, that root, we're not good at expressing that.
Because as much as men say that they want that safe space, women want that safe space too. And a lot of times we don't have it. So we'll give you, like she said, secret toe, we'll give you the top layer, but we won't give you the underlying layer because at that point we feel like you don't care enough to know the underlying layer. So we just trying to fix the top. If we can fix the top, then we know how to keep the underlying layer suppressed.
Or what they know, for example, if a motherfucker's like, you don't call me pretty, do you think I'm pretty? You don't call me pretty, you don't think I'm pretty, and you like, bitch, I call you pretty all the time, right? And then you fast forward, and the truth and the underlying layer is, I seen you like such and such picture several times. Right. This bitch look like this. I look like that. And I don't know what you want. Am I what you want? Like that's what she want to ask you. That's what she want to ask you. That's the root. That's the root. That's not what
she didn't want to tell you it took a hit to her confidence. You know, like, am I cute enough for you?
And I'm gonna be like, shit, I don't give a fuck. I'm with you. Like I'm always, and then I'm gonna get you with that real. I'm always gonna be attracted to something else, but I want you.
And that's the conversation that will
like, but you don't want to hear that, and I'm giving you the real. So it's like, see, and I don't want to.
That's a deep one.
But I don't want to switch the topic. It's like women only dish out. They only can take what they dish out. When I give you that real, you can't remember how to that.
See, both of your reels are hidden though.
No, it's the truth. I don't want the woman that I like the pictures on.
But see that.
I want you. And then this is just a like. Is that like that important to you?
Well, that's what we're trying to see.
Yeah.
But that's not what we're having a conversation.
I ain't in a DM. I ain't in an inbox.
And that's what she needs to ask the questions about. Like, I see you like this girl picture. Have you talked to her?
I ain't even commented on the picture.
Maybe she wants.
I ain't even put no googly eyes or nothing on the picture.
But that's the thing. Or some people googly eyes. You know what?
No, I ain't doing none of that shit. I don't give a fuck about like 50 of her pictures. I ain't commented. I ain't in a DM. I ain't on nothing.
I put all kinds of shit and won't even see the fucking shit.
You just playing, click.
Like, because I know the people.
The first time I saw the googly eyes ever, like, now that wasn't a real example or anything, but I asked. I'm gonna ask. If I'm in discomfort, you gonna be in discomfort. I can care less if that's gonna discomfort you too. And it shouldn't discomfort you if you sure in what your actions are.
Yeah, I don't have nothing like, no, girl. No.
I'm positive in what my actions was. I don't give a damn. Like,
exactly.
I just, but
that's not what that woman's asking.
I can't assure you.
And she's causing a problem.
I know, but I can't assure you of any of that shit because that's an insecurity within your own self.
It is, however,
yes,
it is your responsibility.
And that's what I'm saying. Wait, right here, pause.
Shit.
That is what I was talking about. Hold on, wait.
It's not a safe space.
That was what I was talking about when I said we are fine with addressing the top layer, but we won't because of what he just said. Yeah. If you're with somebody who feels like that's not their responsibility to fix, it's not. Let me say that. It is not their responsibility. However, they can take a care to trying to help you.
Yeah, that's the
if he doesn't have that, or she doesn't have that, then you won't.
She ain't gonna believe anyway.
It doesn't matter. It ain't about her believing. It's about you reassuring the problem.
That's real though. That's real. I'm not
with him on that one.
Like, no, that's not me.
Balance. Like, because I believe in equal balance. So here's how I think he should operate. If I'm honest enough with you to say, I saw this, it made me feel like this. Yes. I just want to know what this means for you.
And I'm gonna tell you.
And you respect me enough to be like, that don't mean shit. I thought she was attractive.
And here you go. And here you go. I ain't in her DMs. I ain't in her. I'm showing you. That ain't no.
Receipts probably wouldn't even be necessary.
Right.
But if you're dealing with a person that then gaslights you and tells you, oh, you probably deleted the DM by now. You red flag.
I'm done.
You need to go. Yeah.
I'm checked out.
Go. So that's the balance you're looking for. If the point that you tell her that and you affirm and that's now enough for her, then y'all should move on. Just let that be enough. It doesn't have to be an insecurity if we don't seek that into insecurity.
And I think but hold on. I think you already seek the insecurity when you start saying that you've seen this.
Yeah, she's insecure already.
You already insecure, low key.
However, though, there's a difference between affirming or justifying what you did and gaslighting her emotions. Yeah, and that's important. What you said was affirming. Hey, I'm not interested in her. I thought she was attractive. I liked her comment. Even if she in your DM, whatever the case may be, that's affirming. But most men don't say that. Oh, you tripping. You all on my social media. Why are you looking at what I do?
But you want to know why? I can understand why he's even saying that. Because a little bit, because the reality of it is that I'm like, damn. Like,
it ain't about lack of privacy.
It ain't the lack of privacy. It's more so, goddamn, I ain't checking to see.
You didn't mind the whole world seeing that you like checking.
It's like I ain't checking to see if you like something.
No, I understand. You didn't like what you checking, but you didn't mind the whole world seeing that you like that picture. I was in part of the world.
I see. And you got to look at how Instagram the fuck is set up. If you know a person, I can see viral posts of a celebrity. The first 3 people that you follow on them likes will show
show
that picture and their name. Like I could be minding my business and I'm like, damn, baby, you already commented on this TikTok. It's what pops up because
It literally shows.
Not on mine. Like on mine, you can only if it's a nice chick, right? And let's just say me and Black both like the picture. If I'm scrolling on Instagram, it's only going to show the first 2 people, and then it's going to say and others. Only way you're gonna know if they liked is if you liked it, is if you clicked on it and you search to see. Let me see if this motherfucker liked it. That's what I'm talking about.
Black, I don't even think I got an example. Black does. I don't even think Black realized that I was on some page and I literally liked it. And I literally went to the comments, and Black was the first comment. It was
because she knows.
Because I know her.
Comments. We talking about the like.
No, but I'm saying
that's the example I'm
Like, I'm gonna show you.
On Instagram, it's not the same.
It is. I can show you. Like I have seen a post, and I'm like, oh, DJ already liked it. I just seen a post, and
I can see all y'all.
Like this is Shade Room, right? The Shade Room has tons of people, but what's going to be shown right here is people that I follow.
The first
thing. I see mine don't do that.
But you see how? But
I'm showing you. That don't do that.
But maybe because you got an Android, I don't know. But the thing is, that's what I'm saying. It's not like you got to search.
It's gonna be like
anybody you communicate with on a regular. I know all the stuff that y'all like. One time it was something. I think I was about to send it to Pam until it said Pam. Like I mean, like literally,
they see how we connect
with
on the regular. We're on each other's algorithm.
That's on the
I never.
That's how they see that you. Oh, you like this.
I never paid attention to it. Like them little bubbles. I've never paid attention.
They ain't going to like expect the gas to stroll.
Nah, not no more. Now a couple years ago they were.
Yeah, I can see how men would think that's how it's done.
I never paid attention to those bubbles.
You spent strolling. So this lady got
that let you know I ain't paying attention to
that. And you went. So I can see how that was seen.
But hold on. But that also comes. It points out a very important thing. If you were another man, you might have went off on her and thinking she really went through all the likes to find
because
it.
I don't know social media like that.
And in actuality, she didn't. So now not only did you gaslight her,
I can give you grace, but if she don't explain it to me, I can't give you shit.
But I can give you. Then you ask the question like, how you saw my like anyway?
Yeah.
That's the opportunity.
Know what she go. You already know what she gonna say. Nigga, I seen you liked it. She ain't gonna tell you. She ain't gonna explain it because now she's under the impression that you don't know, so she gonna keep that secret to herself.
Not necessarily.
Come on, y'all.
I'm being so for real.
If the conversation gets that heated that quick from something that little,
I'm a slide.
It's the biggest flag ever. I don't like
both y'all need to go. At this point, both
that motherfuckers need to take a few weeks or something.
Yeah, because at this point, y'all both have a lack of understanding.
So me asking you about a like caused me to say, no, nigga. I said we already broke up.
Yeah. Y'all both have a lack of understanding. Yeah. No, we just don't.
The minute you came and addressed me about the like, we already got a lack of understanding.
We do. That's why I'm talking
straight up.
But it doesn't mean that it's not
because a valid conversation. If we rocking like we supposed to be rocking, you ain't tripping on who the fuck I like on the goddamn page. You ain't tripping.
But
I promise you, you're not.
Like it's not a trip though. That's the part that we missing. Like we not to categorize.
You don't think a person is tripping when they ask you why you like this person's picture so many times?
You
don't think that person tripping, and they never asked you that shit before? Or she could be insecure. Maybe that person has something that she don't have.
That's
some bullshit.
That's what we're saying.
You follow a lot of trainers, right?
You got an issue.
You follow. Wait, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I want to address this insecurity bit. Niggas weaponize women having an insecurity, and an insecurity is not necessarily a negative thing for you.
Everybody's
to
insecure about something.
Everybody's insecure about something, whether you admit it or you don't. And at the point that a person is insecure about something and they don't want this insecurity to affect their relationship, let's have a discussion with you about it. If I got a flat ass
and you like big booty bitches,
and that's an insecurity I have. And I want to make sure that this insecurity
you're set up.
Come to the gym, let me get you right.
Have to be that insecurity like that. Let's
come
say,
to the gym, let me get you right, baby.
Let's say,
I'm sorry. Because I want to make sure you get the point of why insecurities.
Come to the gym, let me get you right.
So if this is an insecurity she has, and you probably already know it, she probably already mentioned the fact that she got a flat ass, and she said you like the big booty bitch page, and she's like, babe, is this what you like? Because now she's asking you a rude question.
I like what you like.
Tell me you just insecure. That's the problem.
I like what you got, baby.
That would be fine. That would make a bitch blush or something.
What the fuck is up with these terminologies? Like, I ain't started hearing gaslighting until like 3 weeks ago. What the fuck is that? I'm old. I don't be out here in these streets. Like,
no, we talked about gaslighting on the podcast. Like, some months
and I
ago.
probably was ignoring it. because I didn't know what the fuck it is. And if you know, go back and look at that podcast. I probably didn't say much about it.
Don't weaponize insecurity. If she's insecure and she want to have discussion to make sure this personal insecurity doesn't affect our relationship. Because if she just kept it in and now she's saying, "Oh, you just like big booty bitch. I don't know why you here." That's an insecurity affecting our relationship. But if I'm trying to allow you to affirm what it is that you like in a relationship, or give you an opportunity to say something else, you should take it.
I want you to be open. But if I get a vibe that what I'm saying is not helping, it's not assuring, then I'm gonna shut that shit down.
Fair.
I'm gonna shut that shit down.
Yeah, I think
Because that's not fair to me. Because now what you're trying to do is dig something that I know is not there, but you're already convinced and manipulated in your own head that it is there. So I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. I'm straight up done with it.
But if you rocking with that person though, you still got to give them that safe space to address.
Fuck that safe space after that.
No,
that's what I'm saying.
No, you didn't listen to what I said fully. You have to give them the safe space to address it.
Oh no!
If at any point you shut down the conversation while she's trying to talk to you about it,
if you feel like you can't come talk to me about anything, then you don't know me.
That's shit.
No, I don't. No. That's not true. Because
I'm talking about anybody.
No, I'm saying, but that's.
What you laughing?
I'm
dead serious.
No.
Why not?
Because that's not true.
That is true. I am a very welcoming person.
Welcome to do.
I'm gonna let y'all handle that because I can't.
What are you welcome to do?
You can come talk to me about anything.
Please tell him, Black. Let him know.
What the fuck is she talking about?
He'll believe it coming from you, honestly.
You're like, that's bullshit. I don't talk about that shit. That's some whole shit.
Yeah. You being emotional. That's your motherfucking emotion.
Yeah.
Like, what words have you even said on this podcast to let anybody know that they should come talk to you?
Yeah.
I'm a welcoming individual.
What does that look like for you?
I think you can come talk to me about anything.
I love you dearly, sir, but no.
Why not?
You can probably come say anything, but you ain't gonna talk about anything.
You might blurt it out.
I can respond to any damn thing.
Yeah.
But the conversation's coming from you.
You give a listening ear.
I'm not easy to talk to.
I wouldn't say that.
I'm great to talk to.
You listen.
The fuck are you snorkeling for?
You're fun to talk to.
I'm fun to talk to.
Yeah.
A serious conversation
you're
I have them all the time.
To about general topics.
I don't have no problem having a serious conversation with an individual.
I ain't saying you're not deep.
Put my boundaries up.
You obviously are, but what do you think? What do you think is a serious conversation we've had?
For me and you?
Mm-hmm.
We have
that's a general conversation.
We're talking about
personal, deep personal conversations.
We have personal conversations all the time. If I come to the
yourself.
shop and we got something to talk about, if something going on in our life, we chop it up about it. That's all the time.
Mm-hmm. And who's telling you? Who's talking?
You. Like what?
Okay.
What are y'all talking about? Y'all fucking snickling and shit. Like, why are we on this podcast still if y'all gonna be snickling at me?
It's okay. Well, I have my
I am a great person to talk
you
to.
Are.
I'm not trying to convince myself.
You're not.
I'm telling the truth.
I'm not saying anything.
You're not listening.
You are a great person to talk to.
You're not listening.
You're just going to create the topic. You understand?
No.
It's your safe space to share your world and your mind. We listen and respond.
We're not talking about on the podcast.
We're talking in life.
So what's y'all
Real
closing thoughts?
life.
This might need to happen on camera.
Why? This is real and raw.
Yeah.
Y'all counseled me, told me how fucking sensitive I am.
Okay, we're gonna keep rolling. We fucking with y'all. We're gonna keep rolling.
Shit. He leads himself. Yeah. You lead. Yeah, we come here to talk with you. Not
Yeah.
I need motherfuckers to transform their
we come
mind.
here to talk.
They need to transform their mind.
But
They need to renew their mind.
In order to transfer
that
their
small
mind,
shit-
they first got to be
that
able
small
to tell
shit
you
don't
about what's
mean
going
shit.
on.
That small shit don't mean
How do
shit.
we know what directing?
You
No,
can't.
a lot of times people don't got profound, transcendent shit to talk about. We got on the surface shit.
Fuck that on the surface shit.
That's what I'm saying. That's right there.
See?
Yeah.
Look, if
But
I
even
burn,
then-
hold on,
no,
okay.
but even
If I
the
burn
stuff-
you, I mean, or if I rub my hands against this carpet, right? It's gonna give me a little turf burn, all right? and that's gonna be surface level shit. But if I want to see the flesh, I need to burn that bitch a little bit more. So the reality, burn that bitch a little bit more.
Get to the deep level. You can't get to the deep.
Fuck that surface. Cut your ass wide open. Don't give me no stick being cut. Slice that, gut that bitch open like a fish.
If we're trying to talk,
I wanted that shit.
If we're trying to talk to a person who constantly says that they don't care, you can't. You never feel comfortable. He done switch positions like the Ray J had.
But see, that's what it is. It's not that we can't come and talk to you. We are gonna come and talk to you, and then you're gonna open it all the way up.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut your ass open like I'm gonna gut you like a fish. Because the reality of it is, you want to get there, but I ain't finna be. Don't come to me. All right, beat this shit.
Why? What if I just needed a fucking hug?
Oh, shit.
And then
peep this shit. All right, so peep this. All right, so hear me out.
You still in frame. You good?
So this is the thing. We want to get to the surface. I don't have time to finesse the skin. Put some water on that bitch, cut that hole, slice it down. Let's get to the point.
There ain't no cocoa butter, no Vaseline, no
we ain't finna massage the skin and make it tender and all this other shit. I got a doctor in the building. I don't know how they do that shit, but oh, you know what I'm saying? I ain't doing that shit.
They sterilize the skin first.
Fuck that sterilization shit.
You sterilize it before you cut it, right, man?
A bullet ain't sterilizing it.
You cleaning it. Why you gotta shoot somebody?
It ain't the shot. It's the bullet open you up, and I'm the bullet. I'm not a knife. I'm not a doctor. I'm the bullet.
Hey, we ain't gonna get nowhere. No, nigga, you are not able to talk to you about everything. Yeah. Some of the story.
I think I'm a great talker.
Even if it's nothing deep, it could just be all on the surface conversations. Fuck that shit. I don't get that shit. Those things come out like that. I ain't get that from nowhere. I got that from you.
I'm not denying it. I'm just saying
you
that.
Do well with surface talk.
No. So what's surface talk? Talk to me.
What kind of surface talk?
What's surface talk?
If something came to you, it was like, hey man, when you told me to get my big ass up and push that damn sled, I ain't like how you said it. You're like, but you got your big ass up. You pushed that sled. And you did it good. That's it. And they're like, no, but that hurt me. Now fuck that shit. I don't hear that shit. That's whole ass shit. You push that sled. You doing it again today. Give me 100. Like that's you. Yeah. That's you.
That's
or even no, I got a
let me address this one.
I got another example too.
So I have to. What the fuck I gotta do at that point? Massage that shit?
I got a good example. I'm not gonna name nobody's name. I'm just gonna use this as an example. You have people who are afraid to do certain exercises in this fucking gym.
Yes.
Instead of trying to work through what their fear is, it's like, nah, bitch, give me 35 of them hoes. Bitch, I can't do one. And you want me to do 35 of them?
Yeah. I think it's your tough love that's blocking.
The surface level.
It's a lack of empathy. And it's not a bad thing.
Fuck that empathy shit.
Exactly. That's what it is. It's the lack of empathy.
So if you're kind of, you don't fuck with that, you can't talk to you about everything. And it's okay. See, that's okay. And it's cool because everybody ain't meant to do everything with. You know what I'm saying? If you like comedy,
what's weak about it?
What you mean?
What's weak about it being empathetic?
Why the fuck do we need empathy? Motherfuckers need to do what they need to do.
So pointing that out, it makes especially people who are very empathetic harder for them to talk to you.
Cool.
We rather
listen. Empathetic, but I don't give a fuck. Fuck, he gonna be mean anyway. Might as well.
Yeah.
Be mean too.
That's just not the person you go to talk to when you want some empathy. I feel like people know.
Why the fuck are we trying to get empathy? You just want to get to the point.
Like, the same reason why you say you want grace.
It's the connection.
No, empathy and grace ain't the same.
It is.
It's a
connection. You're thinking of sympathy. And it's
not sympathy. So sympathy or empathy is the ability to understand where you're coming from.
That's it.
I'm not trying to feel what you, which will unfortunately
I don't want to understand where a person's coming from, though.
You
do because how can somebody give you grace if they have no
empathy
for you?
Exactly.
You can't do that.
Well, maybe I ain't giving grace then.
You are. You just don't like what it's called and in what moment. Now you think a person just looking for sympathy. A sympathy motherfucker calls.
Maybe they ain't looking for empathy. Maybe these motherfuckers really is looking for sympathy.
They're looking for sympathy.
Fuck them niggas then.
So if a person called you and was like,
every time you say give me grace, I'm gonna say fuck that shit then.
Like
facts.
But you also
because I ain't asking for grace. I want it, but I ain't asking for it.
but you also just pointed out something that might be an important self-reflection for you.
I
The
don't
moment that I
Oh
said,
gosh.
huh?
You know,
What do you
just
say?
don't worry.
Oh, the moment that we said that in order to give grace, you have to have empathy, you said maybe then I'm not giving grace.
And maybe I don't want it.
So no, not that you're gonna receive grace whether you ask for it or not.
I
Yeah,
have seen
from
Dion,
Bruce Almighty.
But no, I'm
Grace.
saying from the people around you tend to give grace whether you ask for it or not. But the
Because we
ability
love
to
you.
give grace to others, you have to decide.
Grace and love
what do you
don't have to
give
go together.
They don't.
It
That's I agree with.
doesn't.
Like-
Because
Listen, Dad,
people love
here's
you.
the
They're gonna
thing.
give you
I'm
grace.
gonna put this in
Be
framework.
kind or something.
I'm gonna put this in framework.
Kind don't go with grace either. Because just because I give you grace don't have to be, I got to be kind to
Yeah,
you.
he don't
I
have
mean,
to
two
do
different
nothing.
Yeah,
situations.
come on, y'all.
It's two
But
different
just to
situations.
Keep
point
it
out
above.
the difference real quick, that way you completely understand. Sympathy is more of the feeling of pity for another. That's what people are asking for.
I ain't trying to hear that
Empathy
shit.
is shown in how much compassion and understand you
And
can
compassion, I ain't trying to have
give.
that shit either.
But you do.
So you
this
don't
gym
want
shit.
sympathy or
Well,
empathy.
that's just an example we
Okay.
gave, baby. But you are a
But you
natural,
have friends
empathetic
around
person that gives grace. If I come to you and I'm like, I'm feeling like this today, Dion, you will have understanding in that feeling. That doesn't mean I don't get to do the exercise. You just like, we're gonna see this through, we're gonna push through. You gave grace to that feeling, understanding of why I felt that way, and like, we're gonna go through it. You did that with me, and you did not know me. We did not love each other. You knew that. And you was like, hey, I see you want to try. Just give me an hour of your time. Be vulnerable with me when you in here, and we're gonna get this work done. You didn't come in here and tell me to do some light work shit. You just understood this is how I feel and why this would be a concern of mine working out in a group setting.
Mm-hmm.
We had that conversation.
Okay.
That's empathy, that's grace, and that's to the gym shit.
But
right?
once I get used to it, then you don't have that.
And
That's what I was just about to
after
say that.
I get
His
used to
level
you,
of
that person
empathy.
don't need it anymore.
Right.
Because empathy isn't to be constantly in that state.
Oh, these
of what
motherfuckers
makes
try to do it though.
But that's sympathy that they are abusing. So if I called you and be like, yeah, Dion, sympathy is this. When motherfuckers call you and be like, yeah, I got turned up last night. I can't do all that shit. I'm still sobering up from last night. I had X, Y, and Z to drink and da 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 da. So you now have to understand why you can't come
Can't
in
do
here
your
and do
job
this
because
exercise.
you decided to go drink last
Right,
No, fuck
that's
that shit.
sympathy. They want you to give them some pity and not go hard.
Yeah, fuck that
No.
shit. You gonna give me that burgers.
That's the difference.
You give me
That's
that
the
burgers.
difference.
That was good example, baby.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cause this man is
I
hard.
had to hear how he hears, so I can speak to him
Jeez, he's
in a
tough.
way that he
Who, what, me? What's the closing thoughts? I ain't tough.
The closing thoughts is we were talking about aversions and loss of aversions and how people are manipulating and using it in all of these different situations. I think how I'm going to try to practice protecting myself from it is setting boundaries and communicating those boundaries up front. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna wait to need that exchange. Like, hey, I have a policy in my account. This is what it is. If we can't go here and that's in work and friendships, I gotta figure out how to have that up front as well. Hey, whatever I come up with that. So I'm gonna work on that. I've learned something within that today, that I have to set some type of boundaries and protection around me being kind to everybody. What about you, Papa?
Ain't shit changed. Shit.
I don't want to punch you.
Ain't shit changed, man. Look.
Did you learn something?
I did learn something. Be more aggressive.
What? How
I'm
is
dead
that?
fucking serious. I'm dead fucking serious, especially with my clients. Be more aggressive. I did. Like, and no more grace. So if y'all on here, no more grace. Not giving no more grace. Because y'all ain't giving grace to me.
No.
Mm-mm. I mess up one time, I promise you, you'll be gone.
Okay.
So you mess up one time, I promise you, you're gonna be gone.
Mm-hmm.
That's because that's the way I look at it. And that's just from the business side. Okay. From the personal side, I don't do that fuck shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't do it. I don't finesse people. I don't try to get over on my loved ones or somebody I consider myself in close relationship with. I don't do that type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I've learned that in order to do this thing called business, you're going to have to be okay with losing some people.
Mm.
So with that being said, I don't mind. I'm a big believer that if I lose one, I'm going to get two.
Yeah, me too.
So I'm not tripping. I don't care if you've been with me 10 years or if you've been with me 10 months. When I tell you to slide, it's going to be time for you to slide.
Mm-hmm.
It's just going to be what it is.
Yeah.
Because if you don't care about me and my well-being in my life, why should I care about yours?
Mm-hmm. Fair.
Like it or love it, that's what it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is.
Until next time, I love.